All right, says we're live. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Proximity.fun. My name is Triston, and I've been trying to get this video out for like the last 5 hours, and I just haven't been able to make any real progress with it, and I've got to work on school, so I figured, you know what, we're just going to go live, and we're going to try it like this and see how it goes. So with the huge announcement from Apple a couple weeks ago about NFC coming to the iPhone, and some rumors floating around that Apple's actually going to open up and activate NFC on a bunch of their older models. I haven't found any like links to that yet. I don't know where this rumor is coming from, but I've had like 3 or 4 people tell me the same thing. And so I don't know. Somebody wants to send me a link to that. I'd be very much appreciative of that. But I figured it would be good to sit down and talk to you guys about a couple different ways you can make money with NFC, show you guys 5 of my favorite types of NFC projects, and hopefully give you guys some ideas as far as generate some money with this. So with that being said, before I get too far into this, I do have to do my quick little spiel. So when we're going through this, I'm going to kind of assume that you guys know how to source NFC products. I'm going to assume you guys know how to program them. I'm going to assume you guys know how to do like the NDEF files and all that other stuff. So if you don't know how to do that, then you're probably going to want to pick up some sort of a training for it. We do offer an NFC marketing section to our course. So if you guys aren't familiar with the way that the courses work, we have the main course, which has like all the individual parts in it. And then we also have 2 mini courses. One of them's just for like the absolute basic Bluetooth beacon marketing. And then the other one is it's the entire NFC module of the main course. So if you guys want to check that out, they are on sale until the end of the month. And you guys can see the prices over here. I'm going to stick a link to that in the chat before I forget. This is it, because otherwise I will forget. And it'll be in the comments in the description of the video once it goes live after being uploaded like normal. But we worked really hard on this, and I think that's a really valuable resource. It's everything that I wish I had known when I first got started with this stuff. And so if you guys are interested in learning more about NFC, then that's the place to go. Like I said, it covers everything. So, all right, now we got that out of the way. Let's talk about a couple different options here as far as making some money with NFC. Now, the first thing I would recommend that you guys take a look at is doing cards. The easiest way to do it is going to be your birthday cards, Christmas cards, that kind of thing. And so basically the idea is that your customer is going to send you a link to a video. You upload the video to YouTube, and you have that video listed as unlisted, so that way you can only access the video if you have the URL. Then you program the NFC tag to point to that URL. Whenever that tag is scanned, it's going to automatically play the video, and then it will play the video greeting. So this is really great for birthdays. It's really great for graduations. It's really great for Christmas. So you can send everybody a Christmas greeting or whatever. And if you guys want to get really crazy, and if you want to put the time and energy and stress into it, because weddings are stressful, but you want to get some extra money out of it, then weddings are a really, really, really big industry, and it's another place where you can make a lot of money. Now, I did a little bit of research into this, and one of the things that I found was that the average cost for a wedding invitation was about $5 per card. Okay, so for 150 cards, and they're looking at spending about $750. Now, part of the reason for that is because it includes a whole bunch of extra stuff. You have like your response cards and the RSVP stuff and the menu selection stuff and the programs and the directions and all that other crap that goes along with it. You can actually digitize all that information, build up a nice little landing page, have the video invitation from the couple that's getting married, and then like a contact form underneath that with all the information that you need to collect from the person who's going to be attending, as well as providing the extra information that they need in order to actually, like maps and stuff like that. Now, going back to this, I would go for something like this if I were going to go the wedding route. Now, these are PVC plastic, so basically it's going to be like a debit card. And what you can do with this is you can put all that information on there, and these things are good for like 10 years and 100,000 scans. So they're going to last forever. So the price for these things is $1.50 a piece, which is comparable to the what we're just looking at. But if you order 200 of these things, which is what I would recommend, the price cuts almost in half. So you can get 200 cards for $170. And then even if you were to go back, you're going to have all this digital stuff. You're going to have all these extra features. So this is actually better than what you're getting before. And I'm only going to charge you, 60% of what you normally pay, you can go through and build everything, and your net expenses or your gross expenses are going to be like $170, $175 with shipping, right? And then you're still going to make $200 on top of that. So you're still going to be bringing in about $400, and all you're going to be doing is building a landing page, uploading a video, and sending these things out. So that's a quick and easy way to do it. We actually tried, I don't have the link anymore. We actually did something really similar to this when I first got started in proximity marketing all those many years ago. I wanted a way that I can test some of the processes and some of the tools that I was using. And so we went and we built a birthday card company. Now, at the time, we were using QR codes, and we were using an app called Erasma, which is an image recognition augmented reality app. It's really cool. I think we have a video of it here on the channel. I have to go back and double check. If not, we're going to make one. But it was really neat, and we actually sold quite a few of them. We were selling those things for about $10 a pop, and we made some money off of it, and that's kind of what helped drive us moving forward and getting into where we are now. So we thought that was neat, and like I said, there's just another fast and easy way you can do this. Another option is for like the birthday cards. You're going to want to get something like this. And these cards, or these tags, excuse me, you get 50 of them for, what is it, $18, which isn't bad at all. It works out to like 40 cents per tag. And, sell each of these things for about $5 a piece. So again, that's a little bit of revenue you guys can generate that way. So pretty darn cool. All right, next. My personal favorite is anything that involves food, because I like to eat stuff. Now, this is really neat. So I'm assuming that a lot of you guys are familiar with Grubhub, right? It's a food delivery company. They provide delivery services for restaurants that don't normally offer it. So like Subway doesn't do delivery, but what these guys will do is you go into the website, you place your order, then they will go to Subway. They'll place your order with the restaurant, pay for it, and then bring it back and deliver it to you wherever you are. So pretty neat stuff. And what's cool about it is they have an affiliate program. They have a referral program. Now, if you sign up for this, then the person who signs up, and places their first order over $15 is going to get a $7 discount. All right. And then you make a $7 commission off of that. So what we would do with something like this is we would hop into whatever keyword research tool you like. I like using Keyword Finder. And we would do a search and see which restaurants or what kind of restaurant gets the most searches for delivery. So like, if you see Chinese food delivery gets 500 searches a month, and pizza delivery gets 1,000 searches a month, we'd go and we talk to the pizza people first and say, hey, we want to tie the system into what you guys are already doing and help you guys get more delivery orders. So that way you guys make more money. And then you don't have to do anything else. All we're going to ask that you guys do is that you take these little stickers, and put them on your menu, right? We might print something on here that says, hey, tap phone here for discounts, or tap phone here to order online, or something like that. The idea is that when somebody orders from you and say, hey, this is great, we want to order this again, all they have to do is tap their phone on that tag, and it's going to take them straight to the Grubhub site with your affiliate. And then when they place that order, they're going to get the discount. The restaurant's going to get the sale, and then you're going to get the referral commission. So that is something you can go out and you can do for free. You could potentially even charge the restaurants for this service and say, look, we're going to help you guys get more sales by, hooking you up with even more Grubhub orders. All you have to do is, place these stickers on your takeouts, your receipts, or whatever. Or even talk to like the Grubhub drivers and hand them out that way. There's a lot of different options available for that. If you want to get really crazy with it, then you can start offering these services to the restaurants themselves, as far as building an email list, as far as building remarketing lists, robots. I should probably skip over to the next one. You can go through and you can build up these resources for the restaurants, again, using NFC in pretty much the same fashion. So if the restaurant does have an email list, or if they do want to build up their own lists or their own data, then we can help them do that. And again, using NFC as the main tool for that process. So for something like that, you would want to put like an NFC tag on, again, menus. You would want to put it on like the table tent. So when somebody goes and they sit down to eat dinner, they have the little fold up thing that goes over there. Put an NFC sticker in there. And then that way, whenever somebody taps that, you say, hey, if you want to get a free drink with your dinner, tap your phone here, put in your email address, and then we'll send you a coupon or a code or whatever so you can get a free drink with your dinner. And it's a very fast and easy way to generate emails for this email list for that company. So that's another really easy way to do it. Let me scroll through my notes here real quick. So just to give you an idea of how much you guys can charge for something like this, our basic service, right? Like our basic Bluetooth service is, I'm sorry, I'm dying over here. So our basic Bluetooth service basically just includes a landing page with an email opt-in on it. It's going to have an email autoresponder built into it. And then usually we'll also set up Google Analytics for it. And we're also going to set up a Facebook tracking pixel. One of the things that we've started doing, just to kind of give you guys a heads up and something you might be interested in exploring yourselves, is that the Facebook tracking pixel actually comes with its own analytics system built into it. So you can use the same Facebook analytics instead of using Google Analytics if you don't want to mess around with all that. So just something to keep in mind. But we do all that. We charge $500 for the initial setup, and then we charge a monthly fee for whatever services they want us to do. So like if they want us to go out and do the Facebook ads for them, we're going to charge them for the Facebook ads. Or if they want us to send out the emails, then we'll charge them for the email marketing. If they want to do SEO, we'll do the SEO. We'll charge them extra for all this extra or for all the other services. And that's another way you guys can make some extra money off of this. And that should be pretty quick and easy. And comparing Bluetooth beacons to NFC for projects like this, we actually kind of found that we like NFC more. And the reason why is because it's a little bit cheaper and because it's not actually a Google property because Google doesn't own it. Then we don't have to jump through as many hoops. We don't have to worry about SSL certificates. We don't have to worry about notifications not popping up. We don't have to worry about click-through rates. It's just a question of showing people how to scan the tags and then letting them scan the tags. So it does make the process a little bit easier, and I think that's something that should be considered when you're setting up these kind of campaigns. But yeah, so that's what we do for restaurants. Now, the fifth option, and this is one of the things that I can rant about for hours and hours and hours because this is my that today marks 5 years. It was 5 years ago today that I started, that I went freelance full time because I was working for Toyota, and that was back after the tsunami and after the whole brake fiasco. During all that time I was working for them as an interpreter, and I got laid off, and that was September 21st, 2013. In fact, it was my 1-year anniversary. I started working there September 21st, 2012. So, no, wait, I got my numbers wrong. It was, I started working there in 2010, and I got laid off in 2011. Excuse me, I all kinds of goofed up today. So, that's about the same time that I started looking at proximity marketing because as a translator, I was really interested in finding ways to make things more accessible to people who didn't speak the language. And that came from my history. I spent, my dad was Army, so I spent a few years living in Germany. And then I spent a few years living in Argentina. And that's where I met my wife. And I remember going to Argentina and looking at all these really cool displays and zoos and museums and everything. And I didn't speak the language. And because I didn't speak the language, or at least not as well as I needed to, then I feel like I missed out on a lot of stuff. And I'd imagine that there are a lot of people who kind of feel that same way. And so I've been looking for ways to make things like zoos and museums and other tourist attractions multilingual, make them more inclusive. And so like that's been my obsession for the last 6 years that I've been working on this. And so like I have a lot of stuff that we could talk about here. But in order to keep this relatively short, because like I said, my other video was like 40 minutes long and is getting ridiculous, then let me just give you a quick overview of some of the things that we do with these different types of projects over here, right? So for a hotel, then we kind of take our smart city approach. So what we do for that is typically we'd build out a map that showed all the locations of like local attractions. We tie in our Grubhub affiliates. We tie in restaurants and taxis and zoos and everything else. And then we charge the hotel for the improved guest experience. So that way it makes their hotel seem more fancy and, providing an extra service out there. Then we charge the locations for the promotion. We charge the restaurants for the promotion. We'd set up the Grubhub affiliate, so we get that money as well. We'd also charge like the taxis because they're going to be making money off it. Basically, everybody else makes money off of it, and so we should charge for that because we want to make money off of it too. For theme parks, then really what we like doing there is going to be like setting up the e-commerce site. So for example, if you're going to go to Hollywood, then you can set up an e-com site and hand out these cards. Again, you'd have the map that show where everything is, but you'd also give people the option of buying souvenirs. You can let them buy tickets. You can let them pre-order food. So that way you just walk up to the popsicle stand, show them the receipt on your phone, and pick up your order and you walk away and you're done. So yeah, that's what we do for like theme parks and things like that. For museums and zoos, we actually do something very similar. Between the two of those is we'll translate all the information, we'll digitize the information, and then we make that available in those different languages. Now, translating and getting into language service provider industries is not for the faint of heart, and we do plan on doing some training on that in the future. It's not easy, and it's easier and better to just hire a translation agency to go and do all of it for you. That's not something that most people are going to want to get into on their own. One of the neat things about working with these specific types of businesses, working with the museums and with the zoos, is that usually they're publicly funded, which means that they're eligible for all kinds of like fundraisers and grants and things like that. And so you can go in and you can actually charge them a lot of money, and they're not even going to bat an eye because none of that money is going to come out of their pocket. It's all going to come out of a grant, or it's all going to come out of some other source of funding that's, again, it's not their pocket. That's actually what happened with our local zoo. We told them, I can't remember if it was 10 or 15. We told them, I think it was $15,000. Said, this is how much it's going to cost to go in and do everything. Said, oh yeah, that's fine. We can get a grant for that. Make it 20. And so, it really is kind of neat. Now, the one downside to that is that these grants take forever to actually get funded. Because like we've been waiting like a year for the funding to come in. But it is out there. It just requires a little bit more patience. And like I said, the language side of things is a little bit more complicated. And eventually we'll put out some training on that if you guys are so inclined and interested in it. But like I said, what makes these kinds of projects really interesting is that there is a huge amount of money available for additional marketing for these types of things, right? It's like we wouldn't charge less than $10,000 a pop for any kind of project of what you're looking at here on the screen. In fact, I think even that's like way too low. So just something else to keep in mind. Before I finish, I did want to give you guys one last quick little bonus thing that we're looking at as we were putting everything else together. Unfortunately, I didn't make a slide for it. And that's for real estate. So, with real estate, how you have like the little flyers that have like all the information on the house on it. You can put an NFC sticker on that thing and then have that sticker point back to your landing page or to wherever that has like all the pictures of the house on the inside, maybe a video tour. Maybe it would have like all the different maps of like the school districts or how far you are from Walmart. I know that's a big deal out here where I am. And then, of course, contact information to go on and request a showing of the house. And, of course, also your tracking information and your remarketing information. So you can go back and reach out to that person who has already looked at the house at that listing. You can go back and talk to them again. You can do the exact same thing with like a car dealership as well. So if somebody is looking at a vehicle, have them tap, put an NFC sticker on the window, let them look at the information, see how much gas mileage it gets. Let them see the Carfax, show me the Carfax. Let them have access to all that information and then continue with the remarketing, continue with the follow-up. Like I said, I worked for Toyota. I also worked for Mercedes-Benz as an interpreter and translator. And I worked a lot with their sales departments. And one of the things that the salesmen were always complaining about, or the salespeople, because there are a lot of women there too, was that as soon as somebody stepped off of their lot, they were gone. They didn't have any way of getting back in touch with them. And by doing things like this, by getting that information, by getting the remarketing pixel, or by getting the retargeting pixel for Facebook, you can reach out to those people again and again and again and keep yourself at the top of their mind. So that way when it comes time for them to purchase a house or to purchase a vehicle, they're going to think of you again. So lots of really valuable things that you guys can do with NFC. It depends a lot on the market that you're in and the people that you're trying to reach. But think of them as Bluetooth beacons, except that instead of trying to broadcast to an entire area, you're talking to an individual. It's a one-on-one experience. You need to tell them, this is the benefit you're going to get. Tap your phone here. And then they tap their phone and they get that benefit. So that's kind of the idea behind it. It's kind of the strategy behind it. And again, we kind of went over a few different things here. Excuse me. But I think these are the fastest, easiest, and most lucrative ways to start getting into NFC marketing right off the bat. And especially since I figure that a lot of you guys are at least familiar with the proximity marketing side, then this is just a little adaptation for implementing NFC instead of Bluetooth beacons. So I hope that has given you guys some ideas. I hope that it's giving you guys some inspiration. If you do have any questions, make sure to leave them for me in the description, or excuse me, in the comment section of the video. And I'm going to make sure to go through and add links to all the different sites that I've mentioned on here, as well as to the course if you guys want to check that out. But yeah, I think that'll do it for me. My name's Triston from Proximity.fun. I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.